I'm the person Converted to Islam said in his video, Why Allah Created Good and Evil, was an atheist. Since in my second email to him I talked about Jesus saying he is God, quoting the Gospel of John, and I told him that Muhammad was a prophet of Satan, he had to know that I'm a Christian. So Converted to Islam, why did you, knowing that I'm a Christian, tell everyone that I'm an atheist? Could it be because you think, as is recorded in Quran Surah 98:6, that all non-believers are the worst of creatures? So you just simply lumped us all together. Or could it be that you're practicing taqiyya, religious deception, to prevent something happening to the religion? So it's acceptable, even encouraged for you to lie. Because after all, in Quran Surah 9:1, your word to an unbeliever necessarily doesn't mean anything. Or as Muhammad said in Bukhari, Volume 7, Book 67, Hadith number 427, if I take an oath and later find something that is better than that, then I do what is better and expiate my oath. And since Allah says in Quran Surah 860, 929, 47:4, and 47:20, among others, you are commanded to carry out war, jihad, against unbelievers. And since Muhammad said in Bukhari, Volume 4, Book 52, Hadith number 269, that war is deceit, then it's okay to deceive non-Muslims and tell them something that's not true. Or perhaps it was just an oversight. And just in case you put out a response saying that jihad really means to struggle, I must draw your attention to Bukhari's Hadith, which is also called the Sunnah, from which you get your name if you are a Sunni Muslim. In Bukhari's Hadith, Book 52, which by the way is entitled Fighting for the Cause of Allah, Jihad, every single Hadith in the Book of Jihad talks of war, the sword, or armed conflict, or in other words, a military effort. Either way, I encourage everyone to listen to my 3 videos, Who is Allah, Parts 1 and 2, and Who is Allah, the conclusion, and find out what the Quran and the Hadith say about Allah and Muhammad. But here is something from the Bible, which was written long before Muhammad was ever born. Talking about the father of the Arabs, Ishmael, God said in Genesis 16:12, He will be a wild man, his hand will be against all men, and all men's hand will be against him. Well, that pretty much sums up the 1400-year history of Islam. A modern example of what Islam does to a nation is Lebanon. In the 1950s, Lebanon was a Christian nation. It was called the Switzerland of the Middle East. Now, look at Lebanon today. So what was it, pray tell, if it wasn't Islam that caused Lebanon to descend into chaos and violence? Or why is it that everywhere Islam goes, death and destruction follow? Jesus said it best in Matthew 7:16, You will know them by their fruits.